Hello friends, Metapod here, and today we're going to be opening Brammy's diary and jumping into the world of Shepherd's Crossing. This is one of my favorite games. I think it's a terribly underrated game. I think it's a game that's only specific types of people will like though. So I understand why this doesn't have some kind of mass appeal or something like that, but now, the first time I played this game, I was in love with this game already just from this opening sequence, which is a bit misleading because I don't feel like this has anything to do with the game at all. It has to do with the game's story, but the game's story and the game's gameplay are like so unrelated almost. You'll see what I mean. But even still, the atmosphere this creates and the kind of aesthetic and tone they set for the game with this opening is really appealing to me. I think it makes you really excited for this kind of like rural living, simple life type of game. It really gets you excited to play a game in this setting, I guess. There we go. Wasn't that awesome? I think it is. But, I think already, from here, the little opening and the title screen, I think this already feels so different from Harvest Moon. I think this game gets compared to Harvest Moon a lot, which is a bit unfair because even though they're both about farming, and they're both kind of cute, they're two totally different games. In that, they're going for totally different gameplay styles, they're going for a different aesthetic and atmosphere. They're just two totally different things. Just because they're both about farming, it's kind of like, oh, it's gonna start over and look at the sheep running away so that the opening can play again. I don't think I've ever seen this. Okay, well let's just go ahead and start the game now. So we're gonna start a new game. Your default name is Bob Collin. Whoops. They like almost never use your name, so I'm not gonna really go for some kind of like immersive name. Okay, finally. And then we get a nickname. And whoa. If you noticed, their original name was Bob Collin and the nickname was Bob. This is pretty much how people are going to refer to you, so then I will make my nickname just Metapod, so that they'll call me Metapod. The story immersion is pretty weak in this game, so I'm pretty sure they'll say my name like 2 or 3 times throughout the game, and it won't be that much of an impact anyway, so we got it. Our village sits atop a plateau surrounded by mountains. In its glory days, a train even passed through here, but gradually people moved away. I think this is actually Claire talking, so. Until the village was all but forgotten. Recently, though, people are returning once more. The people decided to transform this village into a charming hamlet to attract even more people. They plow fields, grow vegetables, raise goats, and collect milk. They make clothes from wool and silk. They live in harmony with nature. The villagers are especially proud of their sheep. This village has become so famous for its wool apparel, people simply call the place Shepherd's Crossing. You have journeyed far and wide, seeing the many sights of this world. It was on this journey that you encountered Shepherd's Crossing and met a girl named Claire. I guess that wasn't Claire talking, it's like narrator. Now this is Claire. So you like to travel, hmm? Well, settling down somewhere isn't so bad either, you know. You ought to try it out sometime. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you try living here for a while? Who knows, you may like it. Let me just go talk with the mayor. I'm sure he'll agree. Like, I didn't even get a choice. She's just like, you might like it. You're a resident now. Hello, I'm Raymond Harry, mayor of this village. So you want to settle down here, do you? I haven't gotten to decide that. Well, we could certainly use some help around town. We just happen to have a vacant house, too. In all of these kinds of games, they just have houses and empty farms. They're like, here, just have it. You know, it's like, how convenient is that? To just have free houses and lands for whoever wants it. Feel free to use it if you want. Oh, and just so you know, I spend most of my time growing sprouts for various crops. If you have any questions about crops, give me a holler. The mayor said okay? That's great. Oh, let me introduce you to someone. He knows just about everything about, well, everything. That's when Claire brought over her friend Brammy. Brammy the duck. Brammy the talking duck, with a bottle on his back. Ah, this is Brammy. I love Brammy. Brammy's like the mascot of the Shepherd's Crossing series. Howdy, you're Metapod, right? I don't want to do like a duck voice. It's gonna hurt my throat. I already talked so much from all my other videos. Like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
Claire told me about you. I'm Brammy. I know all there is to know about this village. I'll be helping you adjust to life here. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I carry this bottle around for personal reasons.
Oh my gosh, Brammy. See, I knew you two had hit it off. Don't worry, you're in capable hands. Wings! And if there's anything I can do, I'll be happy to help too. And so, wondering what exactly awaits you, your days in Shepherd's Crossing begin. This is your farm, let's take a stroll! And then this is us, this weird-looking kid. And this is the Dandelions. And I'm not gonna like read all the little things he says out loud because it's a lot. How do I run? Press the triangle button to change your tools to gloves, and press the square button to pick the fence up. Okay, right now my only things are glove and nothing. Grass grows as time passes. Go ahead, advance times. No, I don't want to do that yet. Oh well. The grass sprouts have grown to young grass. Keep it up. Ugh. They turned into grass. Oh, I have a visitor already. It's Claire. Oh, she wants to know how I'm taking to farm life. Oh, if you're not sure what to do, start out by raising these two marmots. Give them seed, let them grow, then take them to Caramella Market, just north of the farm, to trade them for things. If you want more marmots, let them make babies or trade them for hay. Next, you can try your hand at rabbits, chickens, and then ducks. You may even be able to raise sheep someday. I watch over people's sheep, letting them graze freely in the mountains above. Maybe someday I can watch your sheep. And then we get a male and female marmot. Oh, and then we meet, I forget her name, Marcia? Hello, Claire told me there was a newcomer, so I thought I'd just say hi. Yep, Marcia. I guide people in the forest. Are you going to be here for a while? I hope so, but city folk usually don't stick around for long. I moved here with my two little sisters. You'll meet them soon enough. I just hope they don't drive you off. Oh, and here's my hunting partner, Choco. If you ever get a dog, I'll come by and teach you some hunting techniques. And then you get a Choco statue. And then you can... There's a lot of this stuff in the beginning. Oh, we learn the attack skill from Choco. If you take a female marmot to the market, you can trade it for a rabbit. Go ahead, give it a try. You can't trade it for a rabbit. Okay, we're gonna throw Choco over there. R1 runs. No one can get by that stone ornament except Brammy and his kins, and of course me. Broadleaf trees. Yep. So the broadleaf trees will kind of create grass, which is this. And then the needleleaf trees will get... and this is pasture grass. The needleleaf trees get truffles, and like some boars can get those later. Yeah, I guess I'll kind of show you how the game works. You have different tools. Right now I only have hand. Hand can pick up these like fences. So I have to switch to hand to pick up the fence. And then pretty much this game is turn-based. So it's not like Harvest Moon where it's a real-time system. So already that makes it very, very different. But basically you do everything you want to do during your turn, and then when you're ready you can end your turn or advance the day by pressing L1. So I don't really have anything to do, so I'm going to press L1. And now the day advanced. If something important happens on that day, like something that you've never seen before, you'll get a scene. Brammy will tell you about it or something usually. In the beginning we'll get cutscenes and stuff too if it's something like really important. And so Claire's going to tell us about the pasture. And pretty much she's just going to tell us that we can cut it. And then we get a sickle. And you kind of get your tools and stuff through story events like this. But now that we have the sickle, we can do a lot of crap. So, as you can see, this is pasture grass, this is young pasture grass, so we don't want to cut that, but we do want to cut this. And then we'll get another scene about it. Oh, and he's going to tell us about the festivals. Festivals are pretty much the story events that you aim for, and they're how you clear the game. So, if we can get some rabbit fur, they'll hold a festival and celebration for us getting rabbit fur. And this is pretty much a little guide on how to get the rabbit fur. Pretty much, you use the pasture grass, let it dry into hay. That'll help you raise your marmots. As you raise marmots, you can trade them in for meat and rabbits. Oh, I guess you can trade the marmots for rabbits. And you can trade their meat for cabbage, and then you can use the cabbage to help you raise the rabbits, which will help their fur grow properly so you can clip their fur. And eventually your goal in the game is to raise sheep, which is what the village is famous for. So this is our pasture grass. As you can see, it's green, so we have to lay it out to dry. And that will happen over the course of some turns, or days. Pretty much a day is one turn. And so I don't have any kind of time limit or time pressure. I can take my time, think about what I want to do, run around. Doesn't matter. I get to choose when time passes by pressing the Advance Day button. So I have all the time I want to make use of this day. So this becomes a kind of turn-based strategy type game. Where as you progress in the game, you'll unlock more things to do, essentially. There's no money in the game whatsoever. Everything is done through trading. Oh, we have wildflowers. These turn into cut grass. You can also cut the grass to get cut grass. And I'll go ahead and show you the barter system. We're like locked off here. So this is Caramella Market. Later on you can go to different markets and they'll have essentially different trading requirements for things. But it's supposed to be like there's different people here willing to trade different things. So you can see I can get one pasture seed if I trade one cut grass. So I can do that. Now I have one pasture seed. I can do that again. Now I have two pasture seeds, and I can trade two pasture seeds for Rossini. I'm not going to get Rossini just yet. But yeah, why not? And then I can trade Rossini for a round flower pot, but I'm not going to do that yet. Rossini carries pasture and berry seeds. They're signposts, and then you need to get the sign for it. I'm not gonna let Rossini do it though. I'm just gonna go trade her in for the flower pot now. But Brammy has a bunch of family, and they all carry these bottles, and you can recruit them to your farm, and they'll do various things for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my work. I'm gonna cut all of the grass and trade it all in for pasture seed, because that's very helpful stuff. Alright, so you can see I've got a bunch of pasture seeds laying around out here. I don't think I have any more grasses that I can cut. I've cut up my pasture and have it laying out to dry. And then I'm going to do one last thing. Because pretty much what you want to do before you advance your day is make sure everything is where you want it. So I'm going to put this seed in here for these marmots to eat. And then I'm going to grab these crazy little guy. I'm going to throw my feet... Oh, nope. There we go. I'm going to throw my female out. And hopefully she'll see the seed and then want to eat it. There she goes. Okay, now she's eating the seed. If I were to have skipped the day before she did that, she wouldn't eat that day. Because whatever the setup of your farm is like when you press the Advance Day button, that's what's going to kind of be updated. Then the next thing I want to do is throw my male out here and hope he sees the female. He said music note, so I think he went to the food. I don't know how to tell. Let's see. He's definitely behind her now. And then, he said heart, and he didn't go to the food, he went to her. That means he's going to try to mate with her today. They won't always mate, like, just all the time, so marmots will, but other stuff won't. So let's go ahead and advance our day. Oh! And our marmot got pregnant already! And then you need to be more careful about feeding when they're pregnant. We're going to learn about hay from this guy. And Kay Reed, Claire's my sister. Oh, I forgot that he was related to Claire. Usually want to make cheese. I'm not even close to goats and cheese and stuff. Sophia Lotus. I think she's the elder sister of those other two. Yep, Helen and Marcia, yeah, we're sisters on the middle one. Oh yeah, she's really into hunting. Okay. And then now we have hay. And we can pick up our hays. And we can take them to the market and see what we can get for them. And we can get a farm sign. Earlier when we got Rossini, we can put that sign out, and then at the end of a turn, she'll find a seed and pick it up, and then she'll set it next to the farm sign. Which, in my opinion, is annoying and useless. And then we can also spend 2 of our hays to get a young marmot, which we don't know the sex of yet. You can't figure out the sex until they grow up, so we don't know if it'll be male or female. But we don't really need that right now, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the farm sign. Just because we can get this little note about it from Brammy. And we can throw it out just so I can remind myself where my pasture seed is. But I'll go ahead and go to my house. Hey, why not save? I might have... Oh, no, I have no data. Alright, then we can look at Brammy's diary. And there's various things. This is kind of like our story progress. It's written by Brammy the Duck, and he writes really bad. He has goats, like, I don't know, this is really weird. But then you also have this wisdom, and for example, in tools we have signs, and there's farm sign. So we can learn about 10 different signs and completely fill up this book. It's kind of just like a little completionist's bonus thing. Similarly here, I learned about Rossini. So you can fill up this book by bringing everything in the game to your farm. Then this is dishes. For some reason you'll get recipes, but you can't cook them or do anything with them, like, whatsoever. Yeah, I'm one of those people who saves again and again. I don't remember what's in config. Yeah, I remembered it was something really simple, but we can just change the sound settings. That's it. But yeah, today a bunch of pasture grew up. A bunch of more little like grasses grew up that I'm gonna have to cut. I'm not just gonna sit here and like show all this stuff, so I'm gonna be cutting a lot out of this game and just kind of showing what happens like when something important happens. So keep your eye on the top right corner of the screen because that will tell you what day it is. Instead of calling the seasons like spring, summer, fall, they call them like Dandelion and Acorn and Grape. And yeah, Grape is summer, Acorn is fall, and then the silliest sounding one is the winter, which is called No Grass. But yeah, so keep an eye up there so you can tell if I've skipped a lot or whatever. Oh, a baby marmot was born. Yep. Changing the subject. Yep, pretty much everybody just keeps hinting that they really want you to raise sheep and stuff like that. But yeah, now you can see I have a nursing marmot, and then I have a baby marmot. They're making little eating animations, so I know they're eating that seed. The baby marmot is actually eating from the mother. It looks like it's eating from the seed just because it's on top of it right now. But it needs to be... Here, like, let's see if I can pick it up. And we'll drop it here on this side of the mother. It will run to the marmot, the mother marmot, and feed from her. So they actually need to stay near the mother while the mother has the milk icon. And the mother needs to make sure she's eating, so you have to have seeds for her. Aha, and my marmot has grown up too. This dude's the butcher, I think. Yeah, Samson the butcher. That's it, we just met him. Just because we have a young marmot. The young marmot will eat seeds now. And just to kind of explain what I've been doing, pretty much I've been running around every day. If I see grass like this, I will cut it, and then I'll turn it into pasture seed. And I've just been throwing the pasture seed all around here. So all of this stuff sprouting here, pretty much, is pasture grass. This game is actually pretty difficult. You really need to put your resource management skills to the test. It's not that bad, but compared to, it's not just a casual game, you know. You'll really have to do some thinking. You can make mistakes and really set yourself back. You can get yourself stuck. Not irreversibly stuck, but to a point where, you know, you'll have animals dying all around you, and you'll have to, like, really work hard to get back to where you were. So you really do need to think about it. And anyway, so I've been turning all these into these pastures just to have a ton of pasture, because you can use it for a lot of things. It makes the hay like this, and then we let it dry. And you can of course trade it like we did before. You can get marmots for it, but you can also cut it with a sickle and it'll turn into 2 cut grasses. So I can go change these for pasture seeds. I'll go ahead and do that with one of them. But as you see, my marmots need to eat, and they need seeds to eat. And you can actually cut grass again, and it turns into 2 small cut grass. This is the first time I've actually done it. And those small cut grasses you can trade for grass seed. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one and throw it right here into the middle. Oh, they have a seed right there. That's a pasture seed, yeah. So I want them to eat the grass seed and not the pasture seed. Because I ran out last time and I didn't have like anything. I didn't even notice until the end of the turn I didn't have anything left to give them. So I had to give them a pasture seed. But because the marmot grew up, I think they didn't eat that day or something. Sometimes they take more than one day to eat something, so I'm going to swap it out with the grass seed. And that's pretty much what I've been doing for now, is just building up this huge swarm of pasture grass. And eventually I'll have a ton of these cut pastures out here drying, because pretty much after the first couple seasons you can't grow any more of these. So as you get later into the year, you won't be able to get any new resources. You have to, well, you won't be able to get any new pasture grass. So you have to be able to live off what you've already gotten, and you have to be able to sustain everything on your farm with what you have at the time. The no grass season is especially rough. It's really pretty much impossible to grow anything new. So if you don't have enough resources saved up from the rest of the year, then you're going to have animals dying. And that is bad, because that can really set you back. You'll be back to like a marmot and some grass again. You'll always have grass. Grass just kind of grows on its own, and then you'll eventually be able to turn the grass into pasture grass, and then the pasture grass into hay, and then the hay into a marmot. So, you know, if you somehow let everything die on your farm, you're pretty much back to the very beginning. So you really got to be careful. Later on, you'll kind of get some staples that you'll just kind of always have around. It's hard to explain, but you'll see when we get there. Like, once you start growing grapes, they'll pretty much never die on you. So you'll always be able. They're kind of like checkpoints if you really think about them that way. Yeah, it looks like I've done everything for today. So. Oh, and then we get a thing for young pasture, even though we had it before, but for some reason it gets a special scene when you actually grow it on your own. Oh no, young pasture. Before we had like young pasture grass, which I guess is what it turns into next. But yeah, see, my marmots are hungry again. I don't think I have any grass I can feed them, so... Oh, I do have that small cut grass already, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn these two big ones into a pasture seed, and then this one into a grass seed. I don't know the order it goes in, so that's the grass seed. Throw that in there for them. Make sure they all go to it. Ugh. Oh, I haven't even looked at my young marmot yet. There we go. Okay. I don't really care if the male is eating, because they don't really need... They can kind of just eat on their own without a specific food. It's only when they get the hunger icon that you need to make sure you feed them like the thing that they need to eat. Otherwise, he can pretty much go without food. It's supposed to be like he's just eating what he can find, but it doesn't actually take any resources from your farm. Oh, I did have a grass right here. Ah, and my marmot has grown up. And it is a male. That is a bit disappointing. Because you never really need more than one male marmot. It would be nice to have 2 females right now in the beginning. But hey. We can go ahead and take the male to the market, and we can get 2 marmot meats for a male. If you notice here, it takes 2 males to get 1 female. Females are much, much more valuable than males. And that's true for pretty much every animal in the game. So we're going to go ahead and chop him up. And we have some meat. And I'm going to just throw the meat on the ground for now. And then, what is the seed that I'm holding? It's a grass seed. So I'm going to throw it over here. I don't really want that to sprout. I don't want grass, so I'm gonna, like, at the end of every turn, hold on to it. Because if something's in your inventory, of course it's not gonna sprout. And then we'll go see what we can get for meat. I'll just take one with me. Yeah, because I can get 3 cabbage seeds or 3 berry seeds. So why not just go ahead and get some of each? Let's go ahead and get the berry seeds. And then we can get Rossini again for these. And we'll start planting our berries. Yeah, I think I'd rather plant the berries up here. There we go. And then I'll go get some cabbage seed. Oh, I get a scene for this. The one who took the cabbage seed. And yeah, they suggest that you create a fence around your seeds. But I can pretty much get berries grown as wild as these pastures over here, so I think it's kind of... I don't have enough fences to do that. But yeah, I'd rather do them this way anyway. And then I'm not sure if diet helps, but I'm going to take the grass seed away from her and feed her a berry seed as I try to get her pregnant. So, Brammy, I'm going to toss her near the berry seed. Yep, she's interested in it. And then I'm going to toss the male near her. And he's interested in her. So, you can get like a variety of colors of every animal, most of the animals in the game. And they're pretty rare, but just sometimes they'll give birth to a different color. And I don't know if diet affects it. A lot of people seem to think maybe it does. I don't think there's ever been like official information about that, so who knows. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do it with the berry seed and see like what happens. So let's go ahead and see if she gets pregnant. And she didn't. There's a marmot hunt underway that's not really relevant to us right now. So I'll just kind of keep working until she gets pregnant. But I'm kind of running out of things to do because I already cut all my grass, so I'm just kind of waiting. Oh, I see some grass hiding behind this tree here. Oh, I don't have my sickle. Well, she got pregnant, but she didn't eat the berry in time, and it actually started sprouting. I have one more berry seed over here, and while she's pregnant, she will definitely need to eat. I'm pretty sure she'll eat every day. Brammy! Brammy, get away! Okay, yeah, she's eating it now, so... Okay, well, she already ate that. I think I have plenty of pastures, and I don't have any more berry seeds, so I'll at least give her the pasture seed. It's a little nicer than a grass seed. Grass seed's pretty much the crappiest seed you can give. So hopefully feeding her nicer seeds will cause her to have a different colored baby, but I don't know. Yes! She had a white baby! Oh my gosh, look at it. That is cool. I hardly ever see white ones. I usually get kind of like a darker brown one and then a kind of like lighter tan one. But wow, a white one. There's something weird growing over there. I don't even know if I can get over there. Like that. Oh, that's just grass. It looks so weird among all of this pasture grass. Look at this. Aha, my berries and cabbage are growing up. perfectly fine to have grass and insects live in your fields. See, I really like these people. I guess I got that scene for getting a young cabbage. You get various scenes just for, you know, kind of exploring the game. And if you manage to see all of the scenes in the game, you'll fill out Brammy's diary and you'll get a special ending. Which I think is really cool that there's like secret ending to this game. And our pasture grass is finally starting to come in. It's not even the turn of the season yet, and we already have some grown pasture grass. It's going to be kind of hard navigating all this stuff, trying to figure out where the grown ones are. I mean, you can tell they do look a little different, so they'll stand out. I don't see any more. What's going on in here? What is that? Oh, that's that berry. Okay. Oh, and we've gotten berries. Marsha's gonna tell us that we can get logs. You can turn the logs into these like fences. They look awful. I like the fences that you start with. And then we get a new tool, which is this like vase thing. It's pretty much used for harvesting various stuff. Like that. And then we get these like leafy scraps. Leafy scraps are awesome because they can be used to feed animals, and like you can just like collect so many leafy scraps. Marmots don't eat them though, so we have to feed them seeds. What are those seeds? Oh, those look like grass seeds that were created by that tree. Yep. Let's pick those up and give them to our marmots who are running around wildly trying to find food. Brammy! Oh my gosh, Brammy's in the way. So, like, the mother who recently stopped nursing, like, can't eat. Okay, there, I pushed Brammy out of the way. And you see with the berries, we can get 3 more berry seeds, so we can get a lot of berries this way. We can get these logs, like a bunch of freaking logs. We can get cornered picket, which I think we could turn logs into cornered picket, so this seems kind of like pointless. We can also get a berry sign. Since it's still early, we'll go ahead and get the berry seeds, so we can try to get as many berries as we can, just for the sake of having lots of berries. But some stuff will not sprout, depending on what season it is or whatever. So you can't just like throw the seeds out whenever. It'll be harder for them to sprout the later in the year it gets. You really want a lot of stuff to sprout in the spring. Different plants are different, but for the most part, that's kind of a general rule. I've stopped trading in the grass for the seeds. Whoops. For pasture seeds, because it's getting kind of later and the pasture is going to take a long time to sprout, and I can kind of store up the cut grass just in case I need some extra food for my marmots anyway. And besides, we have plenty of pasture. Look at all that cut stuff drying, and look at all the pasture we still have left growing. I think we're fine on pasture. What's that? It's a grass seed. A cabbage has come in. Oh, and we just got Cookie for no reason. Thank you, Marsha. Now we have Cookie and whoever the other one was. make lots of these, feed them to rabbits, helps their fur come in. Though we don't need that right now. Look at all this crap we can get with cabbage. We can trade 2 cabbage for Wallamy. We definitely don't need Wallamy right now. We can get a grass shed, which we also don't need. Contrary to what it looks like, the grass shed, just one of Brammy's kin can like pile grass around it. It doesn't actually store your grass. Yeah. But we can get a young terrier, which we do not have the capability to take care of right now. Which is the thing about this game, you usually will get access to something before you're really able to take care of it. I mean, it really depends on what you decide to focus on, but you'll probably get carriage long before you'll have enough meat to take care of a dog, because you need to feed it meats, which means we need to have a lot of marmots so we can keep slaughtering them to feed the dog meat, or we need to have something we can trade for meat or something like that, and right now we just can't. We have 3 marmots and 1 isn't even grown up yet, so we can get a cabbage sign, a cabbage crate, we can get some more logs, or we can just keep growing cabbage and get cabbage seed, which is what I'm going to do right now. We can also get Greenie. Who was that? Wallamy. You'll also notice I have 4 things in my little trade box now. So when we come back, one just like plopped out here, which is kind of an annoying thing about this game. There are a lot of little annoying things like that about this game. So you really have to be the kind of person who can overlook that kinds of things to really enjoy playing this game, which I definitely can, because I think this game is a lot of fun and requires a lot of thinking and planning, which is really the kind of game I like. So ooh, our white one grew up and she is female. That is awesome. Now we can have our male work on both of them. Yeah, this stud is busy. One at a time, though, of course. And, so now he's interested in the white one. Man, maybe I should give... Oh, and the cabbage came in today. So we can go ahead and turn that in for 2 cabbage seed. And, let's try giving her cabbage seed. And whatever this is, grass seed, let's get rid of that. And we'll put a cabbage seed out here. And then we're gonna give her the cabbage seed. Oof, I meant to pick up Brammy. Go to it. Yep, there she goes. And then we're gonna put the male out. Oh, I hope he goes to her, and not the other her. Okay, there, he did. And probably not all of these cabbage seeds will sprout right away, especially since it's the end of the Dandelion. We're gonna be in the acorn soon. So, hopefully we can keep feeding her cabbage seed. Having cabbage right now is not too imperative. I'll go ahead and pick one up. I'll go ahead and pick 2 of them up, just in case. We'll need the cabbage a lot later, but right now we're just trying to get our kind of bigger horde of marmots. I'll probably even spend the entire first year doing that. This is a game where you can go through years really quickly. Yeah, I'll need to make sure to hold on to these cabbage seeds later after I finish all my chores for the day, because I need to cut up some of these pastures that have grown in, and we're kind of running out of space. I can start piling some over here, I guess. We are gonna have like an entire farm full of pastures, well, of cut pastures and dried hays. Like, just look at how much we have already. Like, it's spilling out, like, it's coming out everywhere. So we're gonna kind of just start sticking it over here. These little cut grass things will disappear soon, so we'll be able to start filling in this area with cut pastures too. Sometimes when I play this game, I spend like the first like 2 months growing pastures, but I just don't think we need that many. I mean, I already think we have way more than we need, but it's just a bit security. You don't know how many marmots we're gonna get. You know, if I get a lot of females, we could be having lots and lots of babies, and I might choose to get rabbits before the end of the year, so you never know. Having tons of pasture never hurts. But, yeah, it looks like I'm coming close to the end of the day. So I'm probably going to end the video here, just, you know, or at least this episode right now, as we exit the Dandelion and we move into our first change of seasons. Looks like we're going to be able to do it. Yep, maybe we'll even get pregnant. Here we go, we're going to move into the, what is it, the Grape next? Grape, day 1. And we get a new music. I love the Grape music. I love all the music in this game, but I think the Grape is my favorite. I can't remember. I'll have to wait until we get to Acorn and see. Oh yeah, I love this music. Well, anyway, that's about it for now. I'm hoping that our cabbage seeds, and look at how the aesthetic of everything changed. Like it looks different. You know, everything. Like the color of the grass changed. Like the mood really changed. Like it's subtle, but it did. You know, it feels very different now in the Grape, which is another thing I really love about this game. But yeah, we'll continue on here next time, and I'll probably play a bit more than a month, maybe, depending on how active that month is. I hope you like this new series. I don't know how interesting of a game this is to watch, but I think this game has a lot of fascinating stuff. The beginning of course, is going to be a little slow, but we'll get into a lot of crazy stuff later. We'll start hunting, which is really fun. It's like an RPG. You have dogs and they have stats, and you can teach them skills and stuff, and you go and do these little turn-based battles. But there's a kind of a big flaw in that makes it annoying too, but you'll see when we get there. But yeah, that's it for the first episode of Shepherd's Crossing. Thanks for watching, and Metapod out.